Now, as you see, I'm all alone here, and there are many characters in the story. And so I will need your help to tell the story with me. I will need 12 children to come up here and help me. But obviously I can't choose everybody. So you have to be patient till I choose some people, and then don't be disappointed because everyone will have something to do. Okay. Okay, one. All right, two. And when I choose you, please come and sit here in the front line. Obviously, these people here don't know what they have to do, so you have to be patient till we tell them a little bit about what they have to do. All right. Okay, one. And, no, don't raise your hand. And two, okay? Come here. And these people are going to be the C. Okay, this is my analogy. Here you go and more people. Okay? It just blows. And those people are going to be the attendants. And now these people will be responsible for two important jobs around the result. Okay. There we go. And what they will have to do is keep the king cool and without flies. Now the gentleman on the right will also announce when people are coming into the hall. And this is a ram horn that Jewish people use today in synagogues as a religious object on holidays. And at that time, it was probably used to announce things or call people to gatherings. It sounds like this. Now you are probably familiar with different kinds of puppets. There are hand puppets and there are finger puppets. And there are mouse puppets like the Muppets. There are marionettes that you move with strings. And there are puppets that are called body puppets, where you use your whole body to manipulate them. And the puppets that I have here the puppet is very simple. The only complicated thing about it is this mask, which I made, like everything else that you see here. The mask itself sits on a head. The head sits on a stick, which is, all it is a cotton broomstick stuck into the head. And that has shoulders made of a coat hanger. Yeah, okay. Now the coat hanger comes together in a triangle exactly where the front of the puppet is. You guys have to remember that. Okay? And I'll show you how it is manipulated. You hold it with one hand, you put it over you, and you put one hand out. Now, the coat hanger comes together. That's front. Otherwise, you might be doing something like, hello, and you won't be talking, you will if you want to talk to this person here and you're still holding it. That's bad. You want to see where the front is and look at the person when you're talking to them. Okay, you also don't want to hold the puppet like this. Or like this. Both look ridiculous. You also do not want to hold the puppet straight up, because then the puppet seems to be looking only at the ceiling. What you do is hold the puppet at an angle to your body a little bit so your head and the shoulder of the puppet become one unit. Another thing you don't want to do is hold your arm up like that. Only your hand. But once you have your hand out, don't bite it. Because the hand is the only thing that can really move the puppet except the head. So remember to use your hand in big gestures and express all your emotions with your head and your hand. So first of all, try out your new head, because your old head is useless. This is my head, these are my eyes, this is my nose, this is my mouth, and my chin. And then, if you want to tell a story, move the head and the hand. Or, if you want to express sadness, surprise, hunger, happiness. Okay. Now, I'm going to play this puppet, but there are many other puppets here that other people who are sitting here will have to play. Now, I'm going to tell you, the people here, please pay attention. I'm going to tell you what you are going to play. You go back and show the lady what you are, and she'll give you the puppet. Now, you put the puppet on, and you stay in the back until they pull you out, okay? And you come out one by one. So, King Solomon, okay? And man number one. Okay, now go back. You can already get man number one. Man number two. Okay. Man number three. Wait. Man number three and you're the first. Okay? Now, while we're waiting for them to come out, you come here. Sit by the pole there. Just close it here. And you come and sit here. Okay? And bring this up. Bring this up. Yeah. And sit behind it. Okay, sit behind it. Right. And stretch it between you as much as you can. Right. You have to hold it. Yeah, the best is to hold it up here. A little higher. You hold it a little higher? Yeah. That's it. All right. King Solomon, are you ready? You don't see very well, but you can see where you walk. All right, King Solomon, show us how a king walks. Regally. Okay, and King Solomon, walk to your throne and sit down. Very nice. And King Solomon, greet your people. Good. And greet the person on your right. Good. And look down at him. Good. And greet the person on your left. And look down at her. Good. And now, King Solomon, tell me to rise. I'm bowing down to you. Tell me to rise. Very nice. And how would you think, King Solomon? Yes. How do men that have a beard think? What do they do when they think? Yes, right. They stroke their beard even more. Like here. Yes. Good. Excellent. Yes. Good.
Tell me, most
that she's very tired and hungry. Yes, move a bit no more. A little more, yes. Don't, good, okay. And ask me for bread.